Hola clase, hoy vamos a hablar sobre el verbo ser. So hi everyone, today we are going to talk about the verb ser. So you guys have already seen the verb ser. We used it a few different times back in the beginning of the school year. So take a second, try to think of when we have used this verb. If you thought about it, we've used it back when we learned how to say I am from. So when we asked the question, ¿de dónde eres? And you said, soy de Easton or soy de Nueva Jersey. Whatever you said, that soy is actually your verb ser. So you guys have seen it before, even though you may not have realized it. So looking at our verb ser, it is an irregular verb. You guys will see down below why it is so irregular. So ser means to be. As you saw before, you said I am. All right, so think about it. We actually learned another verb that means to be. That verb is a star. We just did it a few weeks ago. So ser and a star both mean to be. Now, in Spanish too, you will learn the differences between one versus the other, and you will practice that. For now, I just want you guys to know the conjugations of the verb. So, being that this verb is irregular, the only way you're going to know its conjugations is to memorize it. There's no other way. Again, these verbs, if it helps you to write it down multiple times, whatever you need to do, ser is a verb you just have to memorize. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. So looking at the yo form, it is soy. So yo soy means I am. Two, our conjugation is eres. Okay, so that is saying tú eres, you are. Our next one we have for the él, ella, and usted form is es. So if we said ella es, she is. Él es, he is. Usted es, you are. Nosotros, our conjugation is somos. So nosotros somos, we are. And lastly, our ellos, ellas, ustedes form is son. Okay, not son, it is son. So if I said ellos son, they are. Ellas son, they are, talking about females. And ustedes son, you all are. Now, one thing I want to point out, if we were just talking about one thing, for example, we want to talk about the pencil, remember that's going to fall under the él, ella, usted form. So if we're talking about one thing or one person, it is going to be that. If we are talking about multiple things, we want to say the pencils, for example, that would follow under the ellos, ellas, ustedes form. Okay? Our next slide, so this one is where we kind of get into ser versus a star. However, I'm only going to tell you the uses of ser for right now. So in order to tell you the uses, there's this acronym, and the acronym is doctor. So doctor is a good thing to remember. So the D stands for description and date. So for description, it says ella es alta. She is tall. You are describing someone. And then the date, hopefully you guys remember this when we learned it at the beginning of the year. Hoy es el 7 de mayo. Today is May 7th. So again, we always say hoy es. Today is. The O stands for occupation or your job. So what is it that you do? So right now, you all are students. That is your occupation. Okay, but for an example, mi madre es profesora. My mom is a teacher. Our next one we have C stands for characteristics. So these are characteristics describing people. Ana es muy amable. Anna is very kind, or Anna is very nice. So we are talking about characteristics of Anna or of someone else. T stands for time. So you guys saw this earlier in the school year as well. Son las 2 de la tarde. It is 2 in the afternoon. Or remember, es la 1 de la tarde. It is 1 in the afternoon. Those are both conjugations of ser. Origin, this is saying where you originate from. Okay, so where you are from. Soy de Easton, I am from Easton. You can say whatever you would like. Soy de Pennsylvania, I am from Pennsylvania. Soy de los Estados Unidos, I am from the United States. So O is origin. And our last one, R, is relationship. So your relationship between people. Now this can be talking about you and your mom, you and your siblings, you and your uncle, or maybe a boyfriend or girlfriend. So just your relationship between you and someone else. For example, Carlos es mi hermano. Carlos is my brother. So that is your example of relationship. So again, ser, to be, it is an irregular verb. You need to memorize those conjugations. Keep that conjugation chart out if you need it. Also, doctor is your acronym to kind of help you remember the different uses of ser. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out via email. Thanks.